Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to be creating this makeup look for you guys using all affordable products. Yes, this is a fall affordable makeup look. So basically all the makeup that I use today is all going to be affordable and drugstore. So I'm sure a lot of you out there will be looking out for those kinds of products that are affordable and obviously do the same work as something of a high-end product would do. All the makeup that I'm going to be using is going to be absolutely pocket friendly for you guys. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, then please continue watching. So getting right into our makeup, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the eye makeup first. And for the eye makeup, I really want to have a precise sort of a look for the eyes. So I'm going to be using these sticky tapes. There are a lot of things that you can use for this kind of a look. There are actually special sort of little pads that you can get from different makeup companies that are great for to define your crease and to really make it really beautiful, and it sort of elongates the eyes, and just I love how that looks. So you want to make sure that the tape is not super sticky because you do want it to come out and you don't want it to hurt you. And it's always great to use, like, I feel like using these kinds of tapes work a lot easier than using like the harder tapes, because like obviously when you pull it off it's gonna hurt your eye and you don't want to get into that. So that's one side right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the other side of the tape in, and of course I make sure that it is not too sticky so when I remove it, it does not like hurt my eye or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids, and to prime I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this in my palm, and I'm gonna just start applying it onto my eyelids. I love to use a concealer sometimes to prime because I feel like it's easier, and of course, you know, it's the simplest thing because we all end up using concealers, and this always works amazingly, and it gets rid of the discoloration if you have any on your eyelids, and it also sort of gives you that clean base to apply any of your eyeshadows. And for my brows, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. This is really, really affordable, and I really like how it kind of looks like the Anastasia Brow Wiz a little bit. Obviously, I am a total Anastasia junkie when it comes to brows, but I really begin to like this. I've used it a few times, and I feel like it really works good. And to set the eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe Banana powder. This is basically a setting powder, and it is in the banana shade, and I really, really like it. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I'm taking a bit of a thicker brush, and I'm just like brushing it through so that way it gives us a smooth base to apply our eyeshadows. And for the eyeshadow look, we're going to be using this palette from Morphe. I'm so excited to be using this palette. I've actually played around with it a little bit since I've got it, and it is the 25A palette. It's not a really new palette, and it has been in, obviously has been online and has been in their stores for a really long time, but I found this palette to be so amazing and so versatile, especially for the fall season and for the coming winter season. It is so beautiful because I personally love warm colors, and oh my god, these are like shocking warm colors, and I love the foil colors as well that it has. It's super, super pretty, and I'm so excited to use this palette. We're gonna go ahead and start off with this shade right here. It's like a kind of like a banana color actually, and I'm gonna go ahead and start off that into the crease. And I'm going to go ahead and take a fluffier brush, and I'm going to go ahead and just start buffing that all over the eyelid. And this is kind of like similar to the banana powder that we use, but except it's a little bit sort of mustardy, so it's going to give us a little bit of that transition base. So I'm going to get right into this shade right here. It's more, I feel like it's more like of a light coffee color right here. I mean, they're all kind of like in the brown ranges, but this is a really pretty sort of a coffee sort of color right here. And on the same brush, we're going to take a darker color, which is actually this one right here. It's actually in the middle. It looks a little bit darker than the shade that I took earlier, and it's this shade right here. And now we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a darker color because I really want to build, like I said earlier, the crease. So this is going to be sort of like a red bricky color right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just only work that onto the outer of the crease. And it's such a beautiful red color, guys. I can't tell you, it's so pretty. It has like a brown, but it has like a really beautiful red undertone. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take that same fluffier brush that I used earlier, and I just want to sort of diffuse the middle of the lid because I did, like, the color did sort of come this way, so I don't want it to be in the middle too much. So I'm just sort of diffusing out that red and the other color that we used only on the crease. And now for the middle of the lid, I'm going to be using this really beautiful foily shade. It is like a shimmer foil shadow, and it's kind of like a red, and it has like a brownie color to it. And next to it is the golden color. So I'm actually going to mix both of these colors a little bit together. So mixing more of the red and mixing more of the gold and the red together, like, I feel like it'll look really beautiful. I'm just adding that onto the middle of the lid. Oh, that's so pretty. And it's only going to be towards the outer. I'm not putting it too much inner, just only on the outer, and it's going to sort of just to elongate the eye a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that same fluffy brush, and we're going to go ahead and just blend everything out, making sure that it's all even and none of the colors are too harsh. I'm going to go ahead and take this flat brush that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and take the lighter, it's a really pretty, this color right here. It's like a really light, sort of a pearly pink color, and I'm going to go ahead and use that onto the inner lid, kind of like on the inner corners, and then I'm just going to push it in together. So now that we're done with the eyeshadows, I'm going to go ahead and take the tape out, and you guys can see how it sort of looks. There you go. It is, one side is out and the other side. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. And getting right into the face makeup, I'm going to go ahead and then go back to my eye makeup because I really want to finish the rest of the makeup and then obviously get back to the eyes. So basically, to sort of prime and to set my face, I'm going to be using the Pixi Hydrating Mist. This is really good for hydration, and at the same time I feel like it does sort of set into the skin, and it really helps for the makeup to look, well, at least make it really long lasting. So I'm going to go ahead and spray that all over my face. And for foundation, I'm going to be using a combination of two. So there is my favorite Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. I think you guys have seen this foundation in a lot of my other videos. I absolutely love this foundation. It's so affordable and so amazing, and I'm going to be using that with the No. 7 Lift Luminate foundation. I actually did a review on this foundation, and I actually really liked it, honestly. So I felt like maybe putting these two together, it might work well because this is a matte foundation and this has more of the luminosity. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these two together. So I'm going ahead and just applying my foundation all over. And if you can see, it's giving me a little bit of the glow as well because I'm using the No. 7 foundation, which has that glowy look. Do check out my review, guys. I did a whole review and an entire swatch on the No. 7 Lift Luminate foundation. And for concealer, of course, we're going to be using the same LA Girl Pro Concealer, which we used earlier as a primer. I'm going to go ahead and just apply that on underneath my eyes and all the places that I like to conceal. I'm going to go ahead and use this foundation brush to blend it out underneath the eyes because you want to make sure that it does not touch the eyeshadows because you don't want to mess up the eyeshadow look. So if you guys can see, I'm just very lightly sort of doing that so that way it doesn't affect any of the eyeshadow look that we have done and took time to create. And using my Morphe setting powder, I'm going to go ahead and set the under eyes and all the places that I concealed, and I'm going to be using my fluffy powder brush here that I really like using, and I'm just dipping in to the powder, and I'm like dropping powder everywhere too. And I love this brush because I feel like it does a really good job sort of setting everything. For the bronzer, I'm going to be using the Morphe Naturally Exposed bronzer stick. I have been really liking this bronzer. It's funny how I haven't really heard much reviews on these and I haven't really seen much feedback on these, but I absolutely love it. It's so amazing and it's so affordable because it's, of course, it's Morphe. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this like right here, wherever I like to bronze. So this is gonna give you a really, it does look really dark, but it's gonna give you a really natural sort of a sun-kissed look. And I'm going to go ahead and take this stiffling brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to go ahead and blend out the bronzer because it's going to really nicely blend everything out and give us the exact amount of color that we need. So now that we're done with the bronze, if you guys can see, it is giving me a little bit of that chisel on the cheeks. I'm going to contour my cheeks as well. I'm going to be using this NYX Cheek and Contour Duo. It's a really like a palette sort of, but I'm going to be using this contour shade right here. And using this Morphe contour brush, I'm going to go ahead and dip in right into the contour shade. And I just want to sort of extra chisel and give a little bit of more definition to my cheeks, because we all love contour, guys. I love contour. And for blush, I'm going to be using this blush from Sleek. I have actually used this blush in some of my other tutorials. It's so pretty. I absolutely love it, and it has a little bit of a shimmer, so it gives you that natural sort of glow, but it doesn't have the really weird shimmer that kind of makes you look chalky at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and take that same stiffling brush because I think it does a great job, and I'm dipping that in. The color is really subtle too. It gives you like that subtle flush of pink. And now we're going to go right back into the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and take that same fluffy brush that we used earlier, and I'm going to dip into that same brown shade that we used, the bricky brown shade, obviously the red brown shade, and I'm going to go ahead and use that onto my lower lash line, and I'm going to basically try to connect it with the upper one. There you guys can see how I sort of connect it together. And now taking this pencil brush, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the mustardy brown shade that we used earlier, and I'm going to just smoke that out onto the sort of the inner of the eye on the lower lash line, because I really wanted to find the same color. So we're basically just repeating the same task but in an opposite manner. And now to add a little bit of depth to the eyes, I'm going to be using this lock-on liner and brow cream. Basically it's like a 2-in-1, but I like to use it as like a liner. It's like a really pretty medium brown color, and it's from e.l.f. And now for mascara, I'm going to be using my favorite drugstore mascara. It is the Maybelline Big Shots, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over my eyelashes. And now, of course, what we still have left is the highlighter. I'm going to go ahead and use this highlighter from Wet n Wild, and this has got to be one of my favorite drugstore highlighters. And for the lips, I'm going to be using more of subtle colors because I do want the eye makeup to stand out a little bit more. And so we're going to be using this lipstick from, it's basically like a liquid lipstick from Pixi, and it is in the shade Honey Sheen. And I'm going to mix a little bit of strip from Colourpop, and these are just kind of like, this has more of like a shimmery metallic color, and then this is more of like a brown nude color. And I'm going to see how these apply together. So guys, basically this completes the look. I went ahead and did pop on some Morphe lashes. It's the Malibu Morphe lashes. I will link all the products down below for you guys. I really hope that you guys had fun watching this video because I had fun doing it. And yeah guys, this is the final look, and thank you so much for watching. If you guys would like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos, and I will see you guys all next time in the next one. Bye!